live from the MX24 studios, East Legon, Oleander Street. My name is Daphne Flashley. Oh, how I've missed the name Daphne Flashley. Last month was Ghana month, so we were doing Ajua Frimpoma, but I'm back bigger and better, and I missed you guys too. I hope you guys are doing very, very well. But today I'm sitting down, and I'm sure you're wondering, why is she sitting down? What does she have for us? Yes, I have a lot coming up. I told you that BREAKZ is definitely the place to be when you want, number one, fashion, entertainment, all the gist. And guess what? We're adding interviews. Amazing, amazing stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, to help me start this wonderful live interview shows, I have here with me the beautiful, beautiful Miss Ghana UK 25 first runner-up. Hi, beautiful.
Hello, Daphne. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I saw you first, right? And the first thing I said was, beautiful dentition. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Beauty with brains and beautiful dentition and beautiful body. How do you feel like when you wake up in the morning and you're like almost one of the perfect people to wake up like?
I have to thank my mother and thank God, because without these two people, it wouldn't be what it is.
Such amazing to have you here on the show, Efia. There's a lot for us to talk about. But Miss Ghana UK 2025 first runner-up, how do you feel?
Honestly, it has been such a phenomenal experience from the moment of being crowned first runner-up till everything that has come since. I am so proud to be of Ghanaian culture and to be embodying what our ancestors have set for us and to just take it above and beyond.
I just feel like you're so poised because honestly, I'm watching you talk and I'm just looking at the crown and ain't no way that I'll have a crown on my head and I'll just be sitting like this. It will shake, it will fall down.
It's all about the eloquence.
Yeah, you do this.
Thank
you do
you.
this.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. You were saying that since you were crowned Miss Ghana UK 25, you've not been, it's not been relaxed. It's just been back to back. Talk to us about that.
So after the crowning, you really get started with the hard work. It's the networking, it's the development within yourself. So the 13 weeks is you almost learning about yourself again and learning about the culture. We all know because we've been brought up in our homes, we've been with family members, but when you actually delve into it and you're with a community of people that you're solely only studying the culture, there's so much more that derives from it. So since the crowning, we've been working behind the scenes, networking with multiple different people and companies to bring forth this awareness to what we're doing and to what I'll be doing in Ghana.
Isn't it funny that you're well abreast with your culture because it's Miss Ghana UK, and most people have this perception that once you're in the UK, you forget your culture. But here you are. So in knowing your culture, do you speak Tree?
I can speak Tree, not fluently.
Not fluently.
So this is something that I pick with my mum all the time. Mm-hmm. Being in the UK, we've been allowed to reply in English. Okay. So a lot of us can understand. It's not a problem. You can converse, but our reply will be in English. And I feel the confidence isn't there for us then to engage. However, I've gotten myself a tutor. So the next time we'll be conversing in Tree.
Yeah. But you know the basic it's saying.
Oh yeah, the basics. I can go to the market and I can shop. That's not a problem. I can do that. But to hold a full conversation, some of the languages will go back into Tree with some of the wording.
I mean, you're lucky. We would have turned the whole interview into Tree session. Wow. From the moment you stepped into the audition, what made you know that Miss Ghana UK is the place I want to be? Because there's so many beauty pageants in the UK, but you scouted, went through, and decided to land with Miss Ghana UK.
I would definitely say it's the structure. Okay. One, deriving back into the culture was something that I've always wanted to do. Again, as you said, when we're in the UK, they assume we don't know about culture, but through my grandparents and my mother, those cultures and the teachings have been set. So it is wanting to develop on that, and coming back and forth to Ghana is how can I help, how can I support, how can I embrace the Ghanaian identity in me, and joining the platform of Miss Ghana UK has definitely helped me with doing so. And with this particular pageant, there wasn't any restrictions about how you looked, how tall you were, and your size. It was, what do you want to do for Ghana? Why do you want to be Miss Ghana UK? And how are you going to bridge the gap between the UK and Ghana? So that was the main objective, and that's why I chose that pageant.
That's amazing. And you speak so well.
Thank you.
But when you entered, did you think that you were going to, get into the finale and even top three, top two?
The mindset was to always give my best.
Okay.
To always give my all, and if I've given my best, then I can't be angry at myself whether I had placed or not. Of course, everybody wants to win. That's a non-negotiable. You go into something wanting to win, wanting to be the best, wanting to be able to showcase. But along the way, I learned yes, it's great to win. However, if you come first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, how can you use that platform to emphasize who you are? Sometimes it's not always the people that have won that excel in what they do. Sometimes it's the quieter people that push forth and come through. So I'm very, very happy to have placed within the top three. It's definitely giving me a stepping stone for everything I want to do in Ghana and giving back. But yeah, it was definitely an amazing experience to hear my name being called.
Being called. How are you feeling? Were you anxious?
Extremely anxious, bearing in mind there's all the ladies standing on stage. You have no idea who's going to be called and in what order. And you have to keep your poise and your smile at all times. It's the elegance and the eloquence that you're being measured on. So from the moment you're on that stage, you can't drop your positioning or your stance. So my cheeks were shaking by the end.
I will drop. That's my
by
cheeks.
the end. But once my name was called,
yeah.
any pain that I felt with wearing the high heels, any shuffling that my body was doing, that disappeared. Yeah, the joy overtook.
Yeah, and you've been proud of yourself so far, I can see. But hey, I mean, you're in the country, you're in Ghana, and fast forward, you're here, you're touring, letting people know, letting the world know that Miss Efia is here, Miss Ghana UK, first runner-up. You have a donation happening this weekend.
Yes, so this weekend.
Talk to us about it.
So whilst everybody gives back, I wanted to be able to search and give back to those that genuinely need. Sometimes when we come back, we only stem to the Accra region, and there's so many other regions that could do with support. So whilst looking, like with the team and I, we found the Young Children's Rehabilitation Centre, something a little bit more intimate and something where I can actually sit down with all of them, because sometimes when you go to an establishment and it's got more than 50 to 90 people, given that one-to-one relationship isn't always, you don't always have the ability to do so. So we wanted to pick something that was quite dear to what we thought with the team. And so yes, this Saturday we'll be doing a massive donation. Please come along, anybody else that wants to support and come along to donate. But I'm really, really excited about this.
Yeah, that's amazing. So it's happening this Saturday.
Yes.
4th of April, 26th. The place again?
The place is, the spelling. Sorry, bear with me.
Don't worry, it's already on the screen,
Okay.
so the people can already see. But we just want to put emphasis on that you're giving back on Saturday. But that's okay. Let's just move away from that.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's get into more questions. When you go home and you take off this heavy crown, you unbutton your shirt, you lay down. How do you unwind? Because I know that you have a stress. As you said, from here you're going here, Saturday you're going there. How do you unwind?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And I say that because it never stops. But the passion that I have is what urges me and pushes me to go through. So when I get home and relax, I would say I don't 100% switch off, only because I want to keep going. I want to make sure that everything that I have done is to the highest degree possible with all my effort put into it. So when I do, it's mostly with family. I think family bring out the best in all of us, especially me. The support from my family has been absolutely phenomenal and great. So with them, that relaxation and that chill time is what I do to wind down, spending time with them.
Is there any difficulties you had when you entered the competition? Any cons?
I thought the con was going to be me not being able to completely speak the language.
Oh wow.
But with all of the girls, some spoke really, really well, but some spoke not at all,
Fluently?
yeah, fluently, because some were actually born in Ghana and moved to the UK, so they're very fluent, whether it be Ga, Fanti, Ewe, or Tree. But I think that was the only obstacle that I thought, okay, maybe this might be a disadvantage for me. It turned out not to be, which was absolutely fantastic and great, but it definitely made me push more to ensure that I was covering all bases.
Yeah, yeah, but hey, I mean, you stood out and you're definitely here. What's your favorite Ghanaian meal?
Palava sauce.
Kontomire.
Kontomire and boiled
Kontomire.
yam.
Really?
110%.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Ashanti region.
You're from the Ashanti region.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we Kwewu people, we do lots of plantain and yam and kontomire. Is it the cooked one or the abom?
Abom.
The abom.
The abom.
Girl. Girl.
Whether it's assorted with fish, whether it's assorted with beef, that meal
Has your entire heart.
it has my entire heart.
That's amazing. When you were on the show, what was your project?
My project, and it still is bringing the languages together. So everybody is learning the languages. There's a lot of us back home that are now like, we have to learn. Our culture and our language is a part of our identity, and it's something that we don't want to lose. So, as I said, I have a tutor. There are apps that are available. However, I found that with particular apps, it doesn't give you the pronunciation. And to where we're from England, everything is very brothalized.
That's why she said kuntumre. Kudure. But hey, so what word can you say that you think is too brothalized?
I would say it's more when I speak the sentence, the accent, you'll definitely hear.
Speak one for me.
Me pacho, me pese me top brodo.
Hey. Oh no.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh sister.
I know.
Wow, but I mean you're doing really, really well. Pacho me pese me top brodo. Okay. That's nice. What should we expect for Efia in your reign? I know that you are impacting. Saturday, you're donating. But what legacy do you want to leave when Miss Ghana UK comes on 26th and you're giving your sash and your sash out to someone else? What legacy should we see that Miss Efia did?
It's the empowerment of women. It's definitely masking your identity and setting your legacy from beforehand. And I like the word that you used in terms of the legacy, because it's being built before you even know it. So what impressions and what impact have I made that then will open the doors and create the further path for those that are to come? Anything I do now sets the precedence for what is to come for the others. It enables them to be able to open those future doors and to step in to the path that I've already been able to open, that those that have already been in the past have opened, and just continue to elevate. So making sure that the younger women feel empowered within the journey to learn the language myself and be able to create a platform where they can learn not only Tree, but Dangbe, Ga, Sheshi, because there's a lot of languages within the Ghanaian culture. Yeah.
There's Seshi.
Yeah.
Even me, I don't know there's Seshi. Please, you need to bridge Andy. Bridge all of us, Andy, so that we can do this.
There is many.
Yeah,
There is many.
Yeah. Many people see pageantry, and all they see is the glitz, the glum. Doing your poses. The other time, I interviewed some pageant ladies, and I didn't know there was something called power pose. Yeah.
The 2 o'clock.
Okay, yes. And I learned all of that. But many people see that and that is all they want. For you, in this journey, being crowned Miss Ghana UK, what have you learned in your journey?
I've learned to be a blank canvas.
A black canvas.
Blank canvas.
Blank canvas.
And I say that because although you feel you might know teachings, there's always more for you to learn.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
So with that being said, when you go into anything or any industry, learn from those that are already at the top, those that have experience, because then you'll be able to take on what they've done and add it to yourself and to then elevate. This competition started off for me as beauty. It ended with brains and beauty because of the meetings that we have gone to with people from like the Ghana Cocoa Marketing Company, because the theme was cocoa. So it was learning about cocoa, where it's derived, how it was made, why it's so rich in our culture, walking and talking with the High Commissioner, Her Excellency, within the UK for meetings and board presentations. So definitely, yeah.
Did you get free chocolates?
Oh, yeah.
You got the
Yeah,
chocolate?
we went to Cadbury World as a trip because they used the Ghana
did
cocoa.
you bring me some?
I'm sorry, in Ghana it will melt very fast.
Eh?
When I'm transporting it, it will melt very fast.
It's okay. Before you go, if you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you see your younger self, what's the first thing you're going to tell her?
I would
Little
definitely
Efia.
tell her to be confident and continue to walk in her purpose. The vision you have and that you've been given is for you alone. So make sure you walk in that.
Yeah. We're going to do something called Look at Me Now.
Okay.
So this is your camera. This is your camera.
This one is mine?
This one.
Okay.
Is this your camera? Yes, this is your camera.
Okay.
Look in the camera and talk to the beautiful young ladies out there that are watching you that also want to, enter pageantry, but they're scared, they're confused, they don't know what to do with their lives. Let's go.
Okay, beautiful young ladies, pageantry is just another world and another opportunity. It is a great experience for you to build your confidence, for you to empower the inner you, and for you to understand yourself. There's nothing better and nothing greater in strength than you can wear than that crown. So be proud of who you are, be proud of what you have, and build your legacy from today moving forward with everything that you do and every step that you take. Make sure your chin is held high.
Just like that. But ladies and gentlemen, before you go, I'd like to really emphasize on the event that will be happening on Saturday. And so it's Giving Back Charity Outreach by Efia Shemona. I got the name right.
Yes, you did.
Go me. Now it's going to be happening on Saturday, 4th April 2026 at 9 a.m. at Great Mission International Rehabilitation and Children's Home. But for more information, you can also follow Miss Efia Shemona on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, everywhere on social media at Efia Shemona. If you also want to donate,
Yes, please.
It's touched your heart and you want to donate, you can also reach on social media and speak to the team. Yes, big shout out to Irabna. They're watching me. I see you too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is all we have for you today on MX Breaks on MX24 TV. My name is Daphne Flashley. I'll come your way same time for amazing conversations with your favorite people. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for
I
having
love
me.
you so much. And
Love you
have
too.
an amazing time right here in Ghana. And try new food.
Oh no, 100% I will. But
Try it.
I eat a lot of the cultural food.
You eat a lot of the
Yeah,
cultural food. That's
a lot.
amazing. That's amazing. Anyway, well, see you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.